Hello Globetrotters, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lori, and in this community we aim to educate, motivate, and inspire each other in all things travel related. So if you love travel, feel free to stick around, watch another video after this one ends, join the community, thumbs up the video, share this video with others who can find this content informative and helpful as well. So as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, this video is all about renewing or reapplying for your passport online. So I'll walk you through a very brief tutorial, show you on-screen demonstration as I'm doing it. I'll show you what the process entails so you can follow along as well. Be sure to ask any questions that you desire down in the comment section below. Be sure to also share any other ideas, any other kinds of content that you would like to see me share on this channel. All right, let's get right into the video. So this is going to truly be a sit-down video because the glasses are on, and I'm going to screen record what I'm doing here so that you can see also on a split screen what I'm doing so you can follow along in your homes as well. So the first thing we're going to do is do a search for passport renewal. You will see that there are a lot of sponsored links that come up first, and they pay a lot of money for their links to pop up first in Google Ads online. Try not to click on any of those sponsored links, as tempted as you may be, because they may end up costing you a lot of money, costing you your internet security, costing you a lot more than just your time. So let's go right down to the travel.state.gov website, because that's what I've been telling you guys about a lot. And that is a .gov website. That is usually a trusted link. If you can see a .gov, .mil ending to a website, then you know that that is something that you can trust. So let's go there. Let's click on that one. But here we go. Travel.state.gov, renew or replace a passport. So you can change or correct a current passport. You can renew your passport by mail, change or correct a passport, report your passport lost or stolen, or replace a limited validity passport. For the purposes of this video, we're just trying to renew your passport by mail. So this is where you will go. Now it's saying 6 to 8 weeks, and I told you guys give it really about 12 weeks because 6 to 8 weeks is a conservative guess. So expedited, it's 2 to 3 weeks. You can add an extra $60 for that, but it's not just, you know, it's not just the 6 to 8 weeks from when you mail it, it's 6 to 8 weeks from when they receive it. And it may take them 2 weeks to even get it. So as they say here, so make sure that you, include that transit time, a week for them to get it, and then a week for them to get it back to you, and 6 to 8 weeks to process it. So that's already 8 to 10 weeks realistically that they're saying. So, which is why I say 12 weeks, just 12 weeks. Be really, really conservative with the 12 weeks. Okay, let's go right into this. So first step, confirm that you meet the requirements, and those requirements are, you have your most recent passport to submit with your application. Is it not damaged? Because again, remember, when your passport is damaged, you see in another video that I posted, then it is deemed invalid. So normal wear and tear is fine. Dog chewed it up to shreds, it's damaged. Water spilled all over it, the pages are all swollen, you can't see any of the visa stamps or the entry and exit stamps it's damaged. So has it ever been reported lost or stolen? You can't use this service online. You have to go into a passport office. Was it issued within the last 15 years? Yes, then you may continue. Was it issued when you were 16 or older? Yes, then you may continue. Was it issued in your current name? Or you can provide a document like a marriage certificate or a divorce decree to show that you have changed your name. If you can answer yes to all of these questions, then you may proceed with the online version of renewing your passport. If you do not meet these requirements, go to one of these pages to learn how to apply. If you're an adult, you click on that page. If you're a child, you click on that page. If you're a child 16 to 17, you click on this page. So under 16, that page, 16 to 17, that page. So now that you have that done, the next step is to fill out your form and print it. And once you do the form filler tool, you can download a PDF of your file, which is the best way to print it in a PDF format. That way everything fits together nicely, rather than when you don't print things as PDF, then is when the formatting tends to go a little bit wonky, and you need to be careful with that. So tips to complete your form. Let's read that before you open the form filler tool. Complete all parts of the form. Sign and date your form before you mail it. Print your form on single-sided paper. We do not accept double-sided forms. Check your date of birth and previous passport issuance date if you did not get the form you expected to receive on the form filler. You can renew a passport book, a passport card, or both documents using this online process. Use Form DS-82 to apply for your first passport book if you only have a passport card, or to apply for your first passport card if you only have a passport book. If you travel many times a year, get a larger passport book with more visa pages at no extra charge. Check the large book box at the top of the DS-82. And that is what I will be doing today, because I have been traveling internationally every other month, and it's only June as of the taping of this video, and so I will be needing a larger passport book, so I will be applying for that. If renewing from Canada, do not include your Canadian social insurance number on the form in place of your US social security number. So if you're currently living in Canada and you have dual citizenship, make sure that you put your social security number for the US, not your social insurance number, which is what Canadians would require for Canadian documents. Okay. After you complete that form, you will submit your most recent US passport. When you renew by mail or in person, you must submit your most recent passport with your application. We will return your most recent passport book or card in a separate mailing. I like to keep mine for, souvenir purposes. Those are my souvenirs for when I travel. The most recent passport may not arrive for up to 8 weeks after you get your new passport. So learn below what document to submit based on what you want to renew. So because I'm going to be getting an additional book, I'm going to be needing to submit my book. So I will not be sending this in right now because I'm due to travel internationally in less than a week. Submit other documents if you're changing your name, if you're getting married, if you have just gotten married, your marriage certificate, if you have just gotten divorced and have changed your name, your divorce decree. If you are changing your name for any other reason, then you need a court-ordered name change document. Changing your legal name is a legal process, and so you need to go to your state to find out what those state-specific guidelines and requirements are for changing your legal name. They will return all of those documents to you in a separate mailing from your new passport. So it will be one mailing for your new passport, one mailing for your old passport, and usually they will mail those other documents as well, because God forbid something gets lost in the mail, because we get things lost in the mail all of the time. They do not want to have to replace all of your documents. Again, there's some information there for those of you renewing from Canada. They need you to provide a photo. You must provide one photo with your application. Go to the passport photo page for photo requirements and to see examples of photos. They always ask to remove your glasses. They always ask that you do not smile, too widely. I can smile with my eyes. I smize. Shout out to Tyra Banks. Because when you go through security, when you come back into the country at the U.S. Customs, or whether you're going to one of the machines for the global entry, you remove your glasses and it scans your face, because that is how your passport picture is taken, and that's how your global entry picture is taken, and that's how the system will recognize you. So your passport photos are taken without your glasses, and with just a direct onward look and all of that. But they have all of the requirements here for you to do that. By the way, you can go to a UPS office to take these photos. You don't necessarily have to go. I think before you used to have to go to like CVS, Walgreens, the post office. You can go to a passport office, but UPS stores are also doing this for you, so you can do that there as well. Use 4 staples vertically. Do not bend the photo. Very important. They will send it back to you if the photo is bent. Step 6 is to calculate your fees. Again, if you're just doing a larger passport book, that will be free to you. However, if you wish to do a new passport book, it's a $130 application fee as of the date of this video. There is a passport card fee of $30. Passport cards are only usually for people who are traveling with cruises. If you're wishing to travel internationally on a plane, you need to have a passport book. Passport book plus card, that's $160, just adding the two together. And then, of course, if you wish to have your passport returned to you quickly, then you need to pay an extra $60, and you need to add $19.53 to your application fee if you wish to have them ship your completed passport in 1 to 2 days after they issue it. They show you how to fill out the checks here on the screen. After you complete all of that documentation, you can then get the information as to where to mail it if you want the routine service and you live in California, Florida, Illinois, Minnesota, New York, or Texas. This is the mailing address. If you want the routine service and you live in any other state or in Canada, you mail it to this Pennsylvania address as opposed to the Texas address. If you wish to have expedited services, you need to write the word expedite on the outside of your mailing envelope and mail it to this Philadelphia address, to the National Passport Processing Center. If you wish to have faster delivering the application to them, you need to pay for Priority Mail Express, which usually gets it there within 1 or 2 days. The price for this service will vary depending on where you're mailing the passport from. If you wish to have expedited service in the passport being returned to you, you pay the $19.53 to have it expedited in the mail. This means you will receive it 1 to 2 days after they send it, because then they're sending it to you via express ground mail. They don't send it via FedEx. They don't send it via UPS. They send it via the USPS. So look in your mailbox or your PO box for that. So this includes the fee. So you need to include that fee, with your check or money order payable to the U.S. Department of State. Do not submit a return envelope to them with prepaid postage. They will do it themselves. You will just be wasting your money. You may receive your passport and supporting documents in separate mailings. Trust me, you will receive your passport and supporting documents in separate mailings. I've done this multiple times. If you're renewing a passport card, they will send you that card via first class mail. They do not use 1 to 2 day delivery services for passport card only applications. Outside of the U.S., you need to contact your U.S. Embassy and Consulate. They are the ones who are in charge of issuing you a passport when you are outside of the country. So you can click on this link and it shows you the locations for the U.S. embassies and consulates in different countries. Step number 8, you can track your passport status. Subscribe to email updates and they will let you know where your passport is in the pipeline. And then they have a number of different FAQs, frequently asked questions, including what's normal wear and tear, Again, damage includes water stains, significant tears, unofficial markings, including stickers in your passport book that will damage your passport and have it rendered invalid, missing pages, torn out pages, any holes punched in your passport, it's damaged. Can you renew at an acceptance facility? No, if you're renewing a new passport with this specific form, the DS-82, acceptance facilities will not take your application. Acceptance facilities should never charge you a $35 fee for renewing. These locations should only charge you a $35 fee if you're using Form DS-11. So it's different forms altogether when you're going through different processes. You must mail in your renewal application form yourself. It can be confusing since some post offices are also passport acceptance facilities. Postal employees should not review your form and supporting documents before you mail it. You're in charge of making sure that the information included on your forms are accurate, that all the information is accurate. So make sure that you review those for accuracy, for typos, etc. All right. It says again, do not use UPS. Do not use FedEx. Do not use DHL, since the address you need to send your form and supporting documents to is a post office box, and you cannot send UPS, FedEx, or DHL to post office boxes. If I already have a passport book or card, can I use the DS-82 to get the other document? Yes, if you have a passport book and you're eligible to use Form DS-82 via those questions that we asked in the very beginning, you may apply for a passport card as a renewal by mail, even if this is your first passport card. If you have a passport card and you're eligible to use Form DS-82, you may apply for a passport book as a renewal by mail, even if this is your first passport book. Can you send multiple renewal applications in one envelope? Yes. If your family member or spouse is also renewing a passport, you may want to send multiple applications in the same envelope. You can pay for the applications also using just one check or a money order. Make sure to add up the correct fees for multiple applications. Some of you may be wondering where you can purchase a money order. If you do not have a local brick and mortar bank that you can go into and purchase a money order, most banks where you already hold an account will issue you a money order for free. You just give them the amount that you want the money, that you wish to have the money order in, and they will issue you that money order. Or you can go to a post office and pay for a money order. It's usually, I can't remember what the amount is, but it's per $100. It may be like $3 to $4 per $100. It's been a while since I've done that, so I may be completely out of line. Let me know in the comments what the current going rate is for a money order via the post office. But try your local bank first, because they should be able to give you one of those as well. Make sure you add up the correct fees for multiple applications. Go over this over and over and over and over again to make sure your fees are correct, because if you are any way off, they will return it to you unprocessed. And you may be thinking that you have a trip coming up and your passport should be returning within a given period of time, and then you are plumb out of luck. So wait until you receive your passport in the mail before you start planning your trips, because there may be an error and they return it to you for you to return it to them again for further processing. How will you send my passport and supporting documents? Well, you will get multiple mailings. As I said previously, the number of mailings depends on what documents you specifically ask for. If you're asking for your passport book, you may get your new passport and your citizen documents in 2 separate mailings, again, so that you don't lose those documents together if your mail is to get mishandled. You may wait 8 weeks after getting your passport. 8 weeks. So be careful what documents you send. And by the way, you have to submit original documents. They do not accept duplicates. They do not accept photocopies if you need to send in, for instance, a birth certificate for a child's passport, and I've had to do this as well. You have to send in the original. I always make copies for myself just in case things get lost, but you must send in the original documents, the original old passport, the original birth certificate, etc., that you need to process, that the original marriage certificate, the original divorce decrees, all of those must be sent in. You may wait 8 weeks after getting your passport before you get a second mailing with your citizenship documents. We only send the passport card via first-class mail. We do not send cards using 1 to 2 day delivery services. Both a passport book and card, if you're applying for both, you may get 3 separate mailings, as I said previously: the new passport book, the new passport card, and then your citizenship documents separately. 3 separate mailings. If you wish to contact them, if you've been waiting for more than 8 weeks for your documents, call this number to report that you have not received your documents. If you want them to reimburse you for lost supporting documents, you may contact them within 90 days of the date from which they mailed your passport. You may also need to provide a receipt to show the cost of replacing the documents. So, long story short, keep track of all of your documents. Make copies of all of your documents. I would send my passport through a certified mailing process to make sure that you either priority mail, you automatically get a tracking number, right? So send it priority mail, send it express mail. Make sure that you make a note. I make a note on the application because I keep copies of the application. I make a note on the application when I mailed the document. I make sure that I keep all of the follow-up emails that show the tracking where you are in the process. I keep all of those in a separate folder marked passport or something like that. And just keep track of it, stay alert on top of it. Make sure that you even put a reminder in your calendar to check on the status, because you may forget even that, oh my, it's been 8 weeks and I have not received my passport. Oh my, it's been 10 weeks, it's been 12 weeks and I have yet to receive my new passport or passport card in the mail. So place those dates on your calendar, on your virtual calendar or on your physical calendars, so that you can remember to check on the status of your application. I got a letter requesting that I resubmit my form in the mail. What should I do? When you renew by mail, our intake facility will review your application and supporting documents. The intake facility will send you a letter if there is a problem with your application. The letter may include a QR code with a link to our website. Common reasons for getting this letter include no signature or date on your form, bad or missing photo, pages of your form are missing, wrong or missing fees, the most recent passport is missing, the most recent passport was issued over 15 years ago. So again, all of these things that I'm telling you here, you would be lucky if all they do is send a letter saying that they require additional information. They may send back all of your stuff and say, do it all over again. And they may send it back in different mailings. And then now you need to wait for the mailings to come back at different times, because the mailings are received at different times through the snail mail service that we have. So double check the first time, triple check the first time, so that you don't have any further delays in the process. Follow the instructions to the letter. You must include the letter we sent you when you resubmit the new application. When your application is at the intake facility, your application status will show as not available if you check our online passport status system. And there is an online system with a live link here for you to click. Your application will be in process once a passport agency or center begins processing your new application. All of this information is current. Last updated, it shows here May 1st, 2024. And so all of this information is current as of, you can assume, Friday, June 7th, 2024. So going back up here, let's go to the very first step. We said it was making sure that you are in compliance, that you meet all of the requirements. Yes, we said that we did. We answered yes to all of the questions. So now step 2 is to click on the form filler and fill out all of the required pages of the form. Before you enter, you must review the department's Privacy and Computer Fraud and Abuse Acts and notices. The link opens a new page. Once you have read the notice and disclaimer, close that window and click on the box below to continue, indicating that you have read it. So I have already read it, but you should definitely go through and read and make sure that you are in compliance with all of the information there and that you are okay with submitting all of your information through potential third-party websites. So that this includes your social security number and all of that. Going back to the original document, you can click after you've read it and say, I have read the Privacy and Computer Fraud and Abuse Acts notices and disclaimer. Click submit. And it says, fill out your application online. What you will need is your most recent passport book. You will need a printer and you will need Adobe Acrobat Reader. And it will ask you to fill out your form. I will not fill out Lori because Lori is just part of my name. So I will do that later, including my middle name and my official last name. So you must fill out your legal name as written on your passport. You must fill out your actual date of birth, not your fantasy date of birth. You must fill out your city of birth. You must fill out your country of birth, your state of birth, your social security number. I was born out of the country, so I will have to go down and find my country. It's going to ask me for my city. It's going to say that my state is not required because we do not have states in my country. It will ask me for my social security number, for my gender. Are you changing your gender on this new passport? Is it different from your old passport? If so, you need to click right here. You need to put your height in here. These are the steps you go through. You fill it out and then you just move forward with that. So if you guys have any questions on any of this, then let me know down in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you thumbs up the video. As always, be sure to value experiences over things because travel is the only thing you buy that truly makes you richer. Thank you for watching. Ciao.